Hi there, today I'm going to show you a short overview of the Cash Register Express POS. So let's start right here. First we're going to clock in because POS does have an option to clock in with our user ID and the user code. Okay, so we're going to clock in and then we're going to log in into the POS using our password and ID. And let's open a shift. Let's say we're starting a day with $100. Okay, we're ready to start taking transactions. So there are three different ways of putting in items, ringing them up. First is using a barcode scanner, and then the item will show up. Second is we're gonna look it up using a touchscreen lookup, and let's ring up a couple more items. And then the third way is just to search them up. We can list them, all of them using a quick search button and just select one of them. Let's say we want to change the quantity of one of these items. We would just highlight the item and then change quantity, and let's say we want 5 of those. Furthermore, let's say we want to change the price of one of these items. I can select an item and do the price change right there and then. And let's say I'm feeling generous today and I want to discount this item. Let's do a discount by, I don't know, 50%. And then one error snuck in. I actually didn't want this item. I want to remove it. Let's do that. Alright, there we go. And oh my gosh, customer forgot their wallet. What are we gonna do? Let's put this transaction on hold. Alright, let's take care of the next customer. Put a couple items. Let's go to the payment screen. And let's use a cash for this transaction. Customer just handed us $54. Let's use the quick tender buttons on the bottom. Customer didn't want the receipt, so we're not going to bother with it. We're just going to say no at this point. The first customer actually came back and they want to pay for their items. So let's pull back that transaction that we put on hold. Alright, we can see that all items are here, so we can actually go and pay for those. Let's use cash. Customer gave us the exact amount. Alright, let's say we're adding these items, but we also want to add a customer. So we're going to use the find button right here, and we're just going to add a customer. We're going to say that the customer number is 1234, and the name is John. That's all you need to add a customer. At this point, we can add a price level or the loyalty program. And we can add the phone number if we want to. So 1234567890. Now this customer is added to this transaction, and if we want to, we can use them for future orders and add them to this as well. Alright, let's close up this transaction. So let's say that customer actually wanted the receipt, and we want to reprint that receipt. We can go to options, and then under cashier options we can go and reprint the last receipt. Or we can recall the invoice, and this is where all the invoices are going to live from now on. We can pull back any invoice that we want, and then we can either print the receipt, or we can void the transaction if there was a problem with it. Let's void this one. Alright, awesome. Now let's say we want to add an employee to the POS. We can go to options and go to administrative, employee maintenance, and we can actually use the existing employees. Let's say this one. We can copy the existing employee, give them another employee ID and different name. click save, and this employee will retain all the information that the original one had. Now the system is asking us if we want to add another employee, we don't want to add another employee, or we want to duplicate and use the same permissions as the previous person had. At this moment, we're going to say no. Now let's say we're ringing up something that wasn't in the inventory. We just scanned something with the barcode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, lucky us. This already exists, so let's try something else. Alright, this probably doesn't exist. At this instance, the system is going to ask us if we want to quickly add the item. So we're going to say yes. So right here, it's going to be a standard item. The barcode is already there. We can select the category we want to put the item under, and then we're going to call it special beer. We're going to determine the price, the cost we paid for, probably was $2. And we want to charge for it $3. We want to apply tax number 1. And we're going to say we got probably 100 of those in the inventory. And just like that, we added the item. Now, if we ring this one up, next time, you're gonna see that item just shows up because we already added it to the system. Now, let's go and check out the inventory. That's gonna be under Options, Administrative, Inventory Maintenance. And let's search for that item that we actually created. So we can put in the barcode, or we can just look it up and search by the name. There we go. Now since we sold one, you're gonna see that our inventory stock actually went to 99. Let's increase that. Let's say we received 50 more. I'm gonna do instant purchase order and add 50 more of those. Our cost stayed the same, and our inventory just went up by 50 instances of that item. Let's save it up, and just like that, we change the inventory count for that item. Alright, awesome. That's a quick showcase of how to add a customer, employee, and an item. Now, let's say we're done with our day and we want to close up. Let's close our shift. We're gonna say that we had another, I don't know, $200 in our cash drawer. It's gonna prompt us if we're sure with counting, and it's gonna ask us to print the report. Let me show you how the end of the shift report looks like. This is what the printout for the end of shift would look like. Now that I closed my shift, I can actually clock out. Since all the employees have clocked out, I can actually close out the system for the day. I'm gonna go to Options, Tools, End of Day. It's gonna prompt me for my password and the ID. It's gonna ask us for expected deposit. I'm gonna confirm the amount, and this is gonna generate the report for the end of day. Let me show you how that report looks like. This is what would the report look like if it printed out. You can see all our sales, our taxes, and the breakdown. And that's a quick overview of our software called PC America or Cash Register Express. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.